Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Vijay and I am a Microsoft MVP specialized in SharePoint. In this video, I will show you how we can create an array in PowerShell from CSV file. In my previous video, I have explained what is a array in PowerShell and we have seen how we can create various arrays. So in this video, we will see how we can create it from a CSV file. So if you'll see here, I have a CSV file and let me just open it. You can see here. This is a CSV file which is having two columns, name and salary, and there are after that 5 records are there. So basically you can see here, this is my CSV file. It's a comma separated file, and you can actually create an Excel file and then you can save that as an CSV file. Then it will become a CSV file or the comma separated CSV file. Once you have that, then we can use the import -csv command in PowerShell, which will we can use to create a table like custom objects from the items which are presented in the CSV file. So now what I'll do is I will open in the PowerShell ISE and let me just open it, PowerShell ISE. So you can see here I will run as administrator, this one. So I'll click on new script. On this, basically, if you'll see here, we can use the import -csv command. So if you'll see here, there's import -csv command, and we can then give the path of the file. So if you'll see here, my file is presented in this directory. So I will say here PJ, and within that, if you'll see here, I have a users .csv file. So you can see here, this is the file that I have. Now it will actually return like a array of objects. So if I will just create a variable here, so I will say dollar and then I will say users equal to, and then actually it will read the content from there and it will store in an array. And if will actually, I will just go here and I will just try to print these values. Then you can see here, if you'll run it, it is showing me in this way. So here if you'll see name and salary, these are the columns, column names, and then the values you can see here from the elements that we have added after that. So the records we have, which we have added after that. Now on this, basically if you want to retrieve the first element or the second element or the third element in this from this array, then we can use the index. For example, if I will put just like 0, then it will give me the first record. So if I'll run it here, you can see here, you can able to see this record. So if I'll put if I'll give the array index 2, then if we'll run it, you can see here it is returning me the third element because the array index starts from 0. And if I want to retrieve, let's say the name, the third record name. So I'll just put here dot, and then if you'll see here name, if I'll run it, it will give me only this name. That's the column name that we have put, and then the second record, whatever the name. And then if I'll put the salary, then it will show me the second record salary. So you can see here, now it is showing me 3000 is the salary. So this way we can able to retrieve the records from there. And if you want to see the count, as I said also in the previous video, so you can, there's a count property, you can put dot and then count, and then it will show me how many records are there. And you can see here, if in that CSV file there are 5 records which are presented in that. And if you want to store it in a different way, for example, so we can actually add into a different array elements. For example, in this case, if you'll see here, I will take two array. The intention here is to store the name and the salary in different arrays. Now on this, I will declare two arrays, so two empty arrays basically. So I will say, let's say names, and then I'll put I'll declare a blank array. You can see here, this is how we can declare a blank array. The same way I will declare another array. It is salaries, and you can see here I will put this like this. So two blank arrays, then we will use our import statement here. And once you import it, then actually now we can by using a for each, we will be able to so I'll put a pipeline symbol here. So we'll filter the records. So I will use a for each. So you can see here for each, and then hyphen object. And on this, basically I will put a brackets here. and here we will read the elements. So I will store it, the names you will store in the name array, and on the salaries we will store in the salaries array. So you can see here, and here what I will do is I will say plus equal to, because we want to keep the values, because this for each will read one element by another element, so it will keep on reading. So then I will take a dollar underscore. So basically this represents the current object or the current row, you can say dot, and then here I will take the name. And similarly, the same way we can take for the salary. So I'll just copy here, I'll just put it, and then the column name here is a salary. So you can see here, and now we read it, so then we can print it. So for example, here I'll try to print the names here first, and then I will print the salaries here. So you can see here, now if I'll try to run it, uh, so I just take to in a single row. So when I keep in the single row, you can see here the error is not coming, and if you'll run it, actually you can see here the first part it will get the values from the names, and the second one is from the salary. So you can see here, this is how we can actually print all the values as well from this array as well. In different array we can get it. So if you like the video, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel. You will get a lot of free videos on PowerShell, SharePoint, Office 365, all this, Azure as well. And then these are our websites. Keep visiting our websites, our Twitter handles to follow us, and LinkedIn as Facebook pages as well. You can like us. Thank you and have a nice day.